What's up, everybody? This is Wade Merrick from Unparalleled Universe here with another review, and today we'll be looking at the Mezco Summer exclusive Dark Knight Returns box set. And here's a quick look at the packaging. One side has a silhouette of Batman, and the opposite side has a silhouette of the Mutant Leader with a cutout for his visor. And this lifts up, and underneath you see a drawing of the junkyard where they have their big fight. And on the opposite side of that, you see Batman and the Leader facing off there. And this is really cool packaging. They really went all out. It's really nice. And but it's huge. It's really bulky. So that's the only downside to it. But it's really nice. So this set comes with the Mutant Leader and a battle damage version of Batman. And I've decided not to go into as much detail with Batman because I've done a review for that figure already. And I'll leave the link in the description below, so you can check that out for a more detailed look at him. So let's take a quick look at his articulation. His head goes back and forth and up and down. His arms come out. They're on ball joint shoulders. They could go forward. He has a bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. His wrists are on ball joints, so they can move in a lot of different directions. They can swivel, go up and down. He has a torso joint that allows him to crunch forward a nice amount. And he can also go back a little bit. He also has a waist joint that could go back and forth. His legs could come out and to the side. He has double jointed knees. He has a boot swivel. And his foot could go up and down and side to side just a little bit though. But he has a very nice amount of articulation. And he's a really great figure. And he comes with a couple sets of hands, including some fists that are all bloody, and a pair of hands holding the batarangs. And he also has a couple different sets of open hands, which are the same hands that have come with previous versions of this Batman, except that they have blood on them. And the difference between this Batman and the other Batmans is all the battle damage detail that they did on here. And I think they did a really nice job on him. As you can see, his face is all messed up, and his clothes have like mud stains all over him, and his bat symbol is all scratched up. And here you can see some more of the mud all over his boots and all over the rest of his costume. You can see that there's mud just everywhere. They did a really great job. And even the cape has some mud on it. And on the parts that have the mud, it's like more stiff than the rest of the cape. So I think that was a pretty cool detail that they included. And the top of it is still soft, you know, but... And just like the other 112 collective Batman figures, the cape drapes over him really nicely, and you could kind of fold it into different ways. And it's a really nice big cape. It's really cool looking. The only thing I'm worried about on this figure is on the parts that his clothes are torn. I kind of wish that they put something that sealed it or something so that it didn't fray, because I feel like the more you move it, the more it's likely to fray on all these parts. But I guess it kind of doesn't matter, because either way it's just going to look battle damaged. So, and the head sculpt on this figure is new. Here it is compared to the original release. And it's cool that they did like a new head sculpt rather than just repainting the old one, which would have worked too, but it's kind of cool on this one. You can see his lips swollen and his eyes kind of shut. That's really nice that they did a whole new head sculpt for that. So overall, I'm really happy with this figure. It's a really cool variant to my favorite action figure actually. And I'm really happy to have this version of him. And here's the Mutant Leader. And I think that the Mutant Leader is supposed to be coming out by himself later on down the line. So we'll see. And let's take a look at his articulation. His head goes back and forth. Goes up and down a little bit. Goes up a nice amount actually. He has ball jointed shoulders that could come out and go all the way around. His shoulder is plugged into like a shifting disc that allows you to get some movement back and forth and up and down, but not really too much. And he has upper arm biceps swivels. He has double jointed elbows. His wrist is on a ball joint, so you could get it to move in all kinds of different directions. He has a nice ab joint that allows him to go forward a nice amount and also come back. And his torso joint actually goes side to side as well. And he also has a waist swivel that could go side to side. I think he has ball jointed hips that allow his legs to come forward this much, and he has double jointed knees, but it is hindered a little bit by the material that's on there. And he has ankle joints that are just a ball joint, but they don't get too much movement. But it has a very nice amount of articulation. He comes with 2 sets of hands, and one set is one that's fully open and one that's open enough to hold his crowbar. And then he also comes with a pair of fists. And then he also has his crowbar, which is very nicely sculpted and has some nice paint details on there. And then he also comes with this mud or something. I think it's supposed to be mud, and that fits right onto his head. I think it's supposed to be from the scene where Batman throws some mud in his face, but I'm not sure. And then let's take a look at his head sculpt. As you can see, it's really, really nicely sculpted. And I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the visor's kind of see-through, and you could kind of see his eyes in there. I think that's really, really cool. I think they killed it on the head sculpt. It looks really great. I think they did a really nice job of capturing the weird freakiness of this character. And I really like this material they used on the pants, and I really hope it's the same material that they used for Judge Dredd. It looks really good. It doesn't really get in the way too much. It hinders the articulation a little bit, but it does look very nice, so I think it works well here, and I hope it works well for Judge Dredd. I wanted to show you a close-up of the feet because they did a really nice job at sculpting these feet and painting them. They have some really nice details. They look like they're just disgusting, covered in mud and just all crazy. They fit the character so well. There's even some mud splattered throughout the character, but they went pretty far with the feet. And for some size comparisons, here they are next to a DC Universe Batman. And here they are next to a DC Collectibles Batman. And here they are next to a Marvel Legends Machine Man. And here's a quick look at the base that the set comes with. This is really nice and heavy, and it has a lot of nice details. Here's like a liquid effect that they got going on. And there's just a lot of cool random broken pieces of different things. Like some vehicle pieces. And yeah, it's really cool. It's a really nice accessory for the set. So I'm really, really happy with this set. I think this is one of the best Comic-Con exclusives that I've ever seen. And it's really nice to finally have another 112 collective figure to go along with the Batman. And they did a really nice job on the Mutant Leader. And I can't wait to see Judge Dredd. And I think that he's going to come out really nice too. And I really, really like this Battle Damage Batman. Even though it's nothing new, if you already have one of the Mezco Batmans, it's still really cool to have because they did a really nice job with the blood and all the other details. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to check out CoolToyReview.com. The link will be in the description below. And also, please be sure to subscribe and comment and let me know what you thought about the video and the figure set. Thank you very much. Peace.